Here I have some gift certificates. They're available if you need them for your sales team, for your B&I group, if you need that $20 door prize. I'd like to, today, we have a guest speaker, and I would like to introduce him. Speaking today, Michael Dalpies, aka Mike D. Michael started his first business at the age of 18, just 6 months out of high school. He has read, listened, and researched over 1,000 books, audios, and articles on the subject of success, sales, marketing, and personal achievement. He has written 2 books, and a third is on the way. One of his first 2 books, Motion Before Motivation, becomes a bestseller on, will become a bestseller on.
Actually, past tense. It was, but that's.
Has become.
It was, yeah.
A bestseller on Amazon. He's been featured on Fox Morning News and has been written about in several newspapers. Mike is also a black belt in martial arts. Today, he'll be sharing with us the success secret that never fails. Let's welcome Mike D.
Thanks, Dave. How you guys doing tonight, okay?
Unbelievable.
All right, good. Well, listen. Get one thing clear right from the start. I am not a motivational speaker, so don't worry. In fact, see, some motivational speakers, they lie to you. They lead you to believe that before you can be successful, before you can go for your goals or go for your dreams, you have to somehow first be motivated. And see, that's a myth. I call it the myth of motivation. And frankly, it holds a lot of people back. I don't know, maybe it's holding some of you back. And what I'd like to do in the short time we have together is actually bust that myth. And along the way, talk about a very simple success secret. Now, here's what happens. When you slam those 2 words together, success secret, a lot of people put their guard up. They say, well, hold on, not another one of those success secrets. I mean, come on now, the last 50 didn't work for me. And some of them are snake oil. And see, I agree with you. See, there's a lot of BS out there. You got to be careful. But see, this success secret is so easy to apply to your life that it really can't fail. And it's actually scientifically proven. And we'll talk about that too. Now, once in a while someone will come up to me and they say, Mike, you're not a motivational speaker, but hey, aren't you going to motivate us? Aren't you going to inspire us? Aren't you going to make us feel good? And I say, yeah, I'll motivate you, I'll inspire you, I'll make you feel good. But here's the thing. That motivation, that inspiration, those good feelings, within a couple of hours, certainly within a couple of days, they're going to wear off. Why? Reality, right? We live in the real world. And in the real world, there are people, there are circumstances that, hey, aren't always so motivating, aren't always so inspiring, don't always make you feel good. And the problem with that kind of like getting hyped up, full of hype motivation, that external motivation, is that we run into these real people, these real situations. And see, this is not about being positive or negative, optimistic or pessimistic. I'm a positive person, I'm an optimistic person. It's about being realistic. We run into these people, these circumstances, and all of a sudden, our motivation, it drops. Like a thermometer on a cold New Hampshire day or something like that. We're left wondering, where is it? But the fact was, it was never there. It wasn't real, it wasn't authentic. Or worse yet, I bet you some of you people know these kind of people, right? These motivational seminar junkies. What do? They go around from event to event, right? Listen to all these speakers, they get all hyped up. They kind of remind me of latex balloons. If you ever blow up a latex balloon and then you let it go without tying it, what happens? It flies all around the room in different crazy directions and then crash lands in the same shriveled up position it started in, right? And that's the problem with most of that external motivation. It's not real, it's not authentic. So where does real, authentic motivation come from? Kind you can count on every day. Where does it come from? It comes from one source. And that's taking some action. Right, the first thing you do is take some action. I love talking about taking action. I love taking action too. The reason why I like coming and speaking at this event is because this is kind of like action-oriented networking. It's not a bunch of people kind of standing around, all the bankers standing in one spot talking to each other. This is action-oriented. We'll all get to know each other. But that's why I like talking about action. Some people say, well, you're not a motivational speaker. I say, no, I'm the world's only mobilizational speaker. They said, what's that? Mobilizational? That's not a word. I said, it is now. I made it up. They say, but the word mobilize means to get into action. And that's what I like to talk about. But more importantly, that's what I like to just remind people about. You don't have to be smart. You don't have to be the smartest, brightest. Just take some action. You ask anyone that you admire that achieved some success, what'd you do? I don't know, I just did it. I mean, it's like so simple. Quick little analogy. Some people in the world, me included, have to wake up with the help of some sort of electronic device. Anybody like that in the room? I mean, for some people, it's those of you who didn't admit it, you know, maybe not awake yet, who knows, but for some people, that's an old-fashioned alarm clock, right? For some people, like now, it's probably your alarm clock feature on your cell phone, right? And that's what I use. And what happens when we place that thing close to the bed? It goes off bright and early. We can reach over. We can press which button? You can press